Hello, everyone. I'm Marcus Kimbrough. On this episode of Staying in My Lane, we talk Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Some of you feel like he's an elite quarterback in the league. Others feel like he's a modern-day Cinderella at 11:55. I discussed the difference with my friend, MSU, and Dallas Cowboys superfan Collin Different. That is coming up as we talk Dak versus Dak on Staying in My Lane. Welcome back to Staying in My Lane. As I said before, I'm here with MSU and Dallas Cowboys superfan Collin Different, and we're going to discuss Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. First of all, a little NFL news. The Dallas Cowboys got our bye week this week, so we traded. Patriots traded Michael Bennett for a 6th-round pick.
7th round 2020, 6th round 2021.
All right. So how do you think that's going to make us stronger on the defensive side, or?
Like I said, I didn't know we were back in 2015.
Yeah. I mean, he was good wasn't he with the boom thing with Seattle? Wasn't he with them?
He was with Seattle. Then I think he went to the Eagles for a little bit, then to the Patriots.
So he's been kind of a journeyman at the end,
Yeah,
right?
he ain't stuck around nowhere long.
Okay. Well, perhaps he can get us where we need to be. Anyway.
Zach?
All right. So both of us are Dallas Cowboys fans. Both of us are MSU fans. So this should be a real treat. However, we do feel different about Dak Prescott. Both of us do feel like he's a top 10 quarterback. The only difference is Colin feels like he's top 10 in the NFL. I feel like he's a top 10 maybe in Arlington. So that's kind of what the difference is. So plead your case, Colin. Convince me that Dak Prescott, Dakota, because I don't even know if he's lived up to Dak yet. Convince me he's top 10. What have you seen that makes him a top 10 quarterback?
Well, here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with just the plain, simple facts. And
Okay.
we're going to go with the 2019 season, unless you want his all-time stats, because I got that too. But I don't like to live in the past. I like to focus on the present.
Okay.
You know, I know you was a Nebraska fan as well. You like to bring up the
I
past because that's all you
Because we
got
got
going
national
for you.
championships.
Yeah,
So, of
42
course,
years ago.
It doesn't matter.
Here
It's
we
still
go.
national championships.
So we're going to start with his weakest spot, his passing.
That's correct.
You would say that's his weakest spot, right?
Of course. It's accuracy more like.
Okay, well, do you want to know what his completion percentage is this going on right now?
Okay, what is it?
70.6%, which is the highest in the NFL if you want to get technical. I don't know if you like technicalities or not. And now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, but Colin, he doesn't throw the deep ball.
Yeah, because
You're gonna
he
say that,
doesn't
weren't
throw the
you?
deep ball. I am going to say that.
Well, what if I told you he is second in the league in deep pass yards, right behind Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has 685. Dak's got 676. Right above Russell Wilson at 672.
So you're saying he's better than Patrick Mahomes?
No.
You're saying he's better than Russell Wilson?
No, I am not. Russell Wilson's the best
Okay.
quarterback in the league.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
But I'm saying that Dak's top tier, and you know, with your arguments, he can't throw the deep ball. Clearly he can if he's leading second in the league with it.
Okay.
Clearly he's accurate if he can throw 70.6% of his passes complete.
See, this is what gets me. See, you go throw out these numbers or whatever like that. Those numbers they're accurate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got what, 3rd best passing yards in the league this year.
I got that somewhere on here too. Yeah.
Okay, so those numbers that's fool's gold as far as I'm concerned, dude.
But
Numbers
you didn't
don't
even
mean
get to the best parts.
Okay, what's the best part?
So we got all this positive going for my boy Dackery over here.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know our receivers, they are tied most in the NFL with the most drops? We have 19 drops, 10% chance to drop a pass that is thrown to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's with Dak Prescott throwing. He is the number one in the league with on-target percentage, number one in the league with catchable ball percentage, and they still got 19 drops, the most in the
Because he's
NFL.
dacking and dunking.
Second most deep passing yards in the NFL too.
Okay, so since you want to do stats or whatever like that, let me throw some stats out there to you. Okay, you would say for a career, 50,000 yards is pretty good for a career, right?
I
For a
get that,
quarterback.
yeah.
So 34,000 that's pretty good, right? Wouldn't you say?
Okay, we'll go with that.
All right. So if I told you that I could give you a quarterback with 34,000 passing yards, 248 touchdowns, 117 interceptions, a 97.1 quarterback rating, 24 fourth quarter comeback, 29 game-winning drive, and 4 Pro Bowls, would you take that person? Doesn't that sound like good stats?
Sounds like good stats.
Okay, so even if those stats belong to Tony Romo, whom I know you despise,
He's overrated.
how is he overrated? Those right there,
Because
are
here-
those not Hall of Fame numbers?
Here's what I think
Are
makes
those
that.
not Hall of Fame numbers?
That's actually debatable on the Hall of Fame part. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
You're not got a short attention span. Here's what I think makes Dak elite
Okay.
over any other quarterback. How much is Dak making right now?
How much is that? I think he get like $2 million this year or something like that.
We'll
Maybe,
go
or is
two.
it $2 million or this year or next year? It's one of them.
He's on his last year of his rookie contract, so it's about $2 million, maybe 2.2,
Okay.
2.4,
Yeah.
something like that. $2 million is what this boy's getting paid.
Right.
Leading the NFL, he's got the number 1 QBR in the NFL. It's a useless stat, I know that, but he's got the number 1.
Okay.
He is what? Number 1 in completions, number 2 in deep passing yards, number 3 in total passing yards. He is 16-5 against his division. Won his division twice out of 3 years.
Okay.
Only getting paid $2 million. You don't think that's fair, do you?
Do I think it's fair?
You don't think that's fair,
the
do you?
market is what the market is. And we've had this argument where I said that right now Dak should be, his contract should say something like $35 million a year, $115 million fully guaranteed. That's what the market is.
So he's grossly underpaid. And
According
he's
to the
still,
market, it doesn't grade you by skill anymore. It grades you by market value.
Well, his value, though, if he wasn't valuable, he wouldn't be a starting quarterback right now.
Really. So I can take him and put him in Miami, and he'll still be Dak Prescott.
He would be.
Your silence spoke volumes.
You gotta let me think.
Okay, go ahead though.
I'm trying to think. He would not be the Dak Prescott he is right now.
Okay.
Definitely not. But at the same time, you couldn't put Russell Wilson in Miami and him still be 3rd in the league.
Why not? He's in Miami now.
Russell Wilson, he's not.
Huh?
No, Russell Wilson is
Yes,
not.
he is. He's in Miami now. He doesn't have that good of a line. He doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. He's never had anyone to throw the ball to. And the defense is not even the defense that it was. He's really doing this all on his own.
So you're going to bring up defense, knowing good and well we don't have a defense right now.
Okay.
We couldn't stop, what? How old was, I don't forget his name, Rams running back. Ran all over us in the playoffs. The 35-year-old pregnant one.
Yeah, the guy that they got off the couch or whatever. What is it, C.J. Perry or something like that?
Yeah, I think CJ. We couldn't stop him. 35 years old, 8 months pregnant. That's what he looks like. And you gonna say we have a quality defense?
Now I'm gonna get comments on my thing about this man being pregnant. No, he's not really pregnant.
Pregnant man run all over our defensive line. Ezekiel Elliott, the greatest running back in the league right now. 4 games, I believe, 5 games where he's been under 100 yards.
Okay,
No
he
disrespect
held
to Elliott.
out.
He's a monster.
He held out.
That brings me back to the point. You got me distracted. My point where I was going before all this started. Dak Prescott, $2 million a year. Never once complained. He comes out there every single Sunday and lays it all on the line. He gives his all for that team. You can say whatever you want to about Dak Prescott, but he lays it all on the line. Normally a quarterback, when they hit their senior year in college, they slow down. You go back to Mississippi State this past year with Nick Fitzgerald. His junior year, man would not give up. He would run, he would tuck his head, and he would charge through the defense to get those extra few yards. Senior year, he would slide, run out of bounds so he didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart career move. I'm not going to take anything about that.
It is.
That is a good career move, but Dak Prescott does not do it. Time after time again, he lowers his head and he makes the play to get us that first down. Go back to the playoff game against Seattle. Didn't have to throw. He lowered his head. He ran. He dove. He landed on his neck to get us to the 1-yard line to secure the game for us. That is what Dak Prescott does. He is a leader. He is a winner. He will do whatever he can to win the game, and he's getting underpaid for it. And instead of holding out and complaining like 99.9% of the league would do, he gives his all still.
Okay, so if we wasn't already talking about Dak Prescott, I could have sworn you were talking about Tim Tebow that whole time.
No, the difference is Dak Prescott wins football games.
Tim Tebow won football games.
He won fourth quarters.
Does that not win football games?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, did he not win a playoff game against the Steelers?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he did.
Okay. Or do we need to bring Michael King up in here to?
Mark King would tell us what
Okay.
we want to know about the Broncos.
So anyway, I'm just saying that he's overrated. He's overrated. I mean,
he's the most hated on quarterback in the league.
He is. I give him that. I
And
still
time
want
after
him to get
time
his money
again,
though.
he comes out and he proves the haters wrong. All I heard this all season was Dak Prescott can't throw the ball. Dak Prescott's a terrible thrower. He cannot throw the ball. 70.6% completion. He's throwing the ball. And when he's not throwing the ball, flip 1 too many. We can look at his rushing yards. The season, he's only got 163. I understand, that's quarterback.
He's never going to be Lamar Jackson, but yeah.
But do you know, he has 3 touchdowns this season. You know how much our $50 million running back has all season? 6. Elliott has 3 more rushing touchdowns than Dak Prescott.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. Since you want to throw that like that then. Schuster. Juju Schuster.
Juju?
Yeah.
Love Juju.
All right, yeah. Have you heard anything about him this season?
No, he's on my fantasy team. That's how I know I haven't heard anything of him.
Do you know why you haven't? Because Antonio Brown is not on the other side getting the
Number 1 coverage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now you flip that back to the Cowboys. If you were a scout and you scouted the Cowboys, you're gonna go back and tell the coaches that, hey, we need to stop Dak Prescott or else we're not going to win this game? Or do you go back and say, hey, we need to stop Ezekiel Elliott or we're not going to win this game?
That's a big case I hear where people say that once you stop the run game, Cowboys can't win. Actually, the first game of the season against the Giants, I know it's against the Giants, but it still stands. How many yards did Zeke rush? Do you know?
30-something? Was it 30?
A little bit more. It was 53 yards.
Yeah, 53, yeah. It was 30-something to Saints.
Unfortunately. Still dominated the Giants without the run game. I'm just saying that that's everyone's thing. Ooh, if you stop Zeke, the Cowboys automatically lose.
Right.
But that's not the case.
But we were there with the Giants. And
well, what happened with the Jets?
And to quote my dad, at that point in time, Eli Manning is the same age as my grandfather was when
Eli Manning should have been out a long time ago.
Right. So
but what happened with the Jets then? If Elliott is what we need.
I'm going to tell you what happened with the Jets. The Jets, the Cowboys had no heart in their game. And a lot of people want to blame it. You want to blame it on Jason Garrett. And true, it is his job to motivate. But let's give him a chance to motivate first. Who's giving him a chance to motivate? He doesn't get to speak to the team before the game. He doesn't get to speak to the media after the game. That's all Jerry Jones. All Jason Garrett is right now is a scapegoat. When things go bad, hey, it's all on Jason Garrett. But when things go good, hey, it's all on Jerry Jones.
That's exactly how it goes. But it's the same thing with Dak Prescott too. The first time we lose, first thing people want to say, Dak Prescott sucks. We don't need Dak Prescott. But when we win, no one ever praises him. No one ever says how he threw for 400 yards, how he ran the game-winning drive into the end zone. Because nobody cares when he wins.
Because he gets those little cheap yards at the end of the game, of course. And then he's best at play action. Why is he best at play action? Because you're going to put 7, 8 in the box to stop Zeke. You have to do that. Once you do that, then he goes over the top.
I want you to name me a quarterback who's not good with play action. Every single quarterback, you know why they're good with play action? Because play action works.
It does. Okay. All right. I give you that. Play action does work. All right. So, my other argument with that and this thing is he does go out there and he gives his all. He goes out there, he runs, he'll try to get the extra yard or whatever like that.
And he wins football games.
He didn't win against the Saints. So
it's hard to win when you never get the football, but we'll move on from that
defense
one.
held them to 12 points.
The defense kept. Oh man, I wrote it down, but I left the paper at home.
Did the defense not hold them 12 points?
We got, I think,
we're an NFL football
drives.
team. NFL football team. You're supposed to win that game 12 points. Okay, how about this thing?
That's like what? Who the 49ers just play?
It doesn't matter. They really haven't played anyone. I mean, the 49ers talk all that noise about, hey, we undefeated, and they haven't done this since 1990, which I was a senior in high school at that point.
Don't ever admit that I wasn't born yet.
You were here then.
I was not born yet.
Okay, so I don't even want to hear that about the 49ers.
I was just saying because they won 9-0. So, I mean, they held them to 9 points. Why didn't the other team win? I can't remember who they played, though.
They played the Redskins.
That's probably why they didn't win, and the Redskins are garbage.
I'm talking about the 49ers won 9-0.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why the Redskins didn't win, because they're garbage.
They are there. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. We blew out the Philadelphia Eagles, who really stunk up. They had no line, they had no passing game, they had...
Well, that's because they have Carson Wentz. He's garbage.
No, Carson Wentz is not garbage.
Oh, we can get in that argument if you want to.
Okay, so Doug Peterson, motivated our team or whatever like that.
By saying we're going to go there and win the game.
Yeah, we're going to go to AT&T and win the game. When I tell everyone that, that big Titantron we got over the field or whatever like that, if you get there early enough, you'll see a picture of Malcolm X. And up under that, the word by any means necessary. That's how we trying to win when you come to AT&T. We're not like the Saints where we get calls against us or whatever and have to go belly aching and crying and stuff like that. We have a business at home. That's what we do. That's why we're America's team. But anyway, so I'm gonna throw out a couple examples.
Get on a tangent. Roll it back in.
I'm gonna throw out a couple examples. So we were blowing out the Eagles. I think it was either third or fourth quarter. So it was like a 2nd and 8, I think it was. So he throws the pass to Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup, it hits him in the hands. It does. And playing in the street, they tell you if the ball hits you in the hand, you're supposed
catch it.
You're supposed to catch it. But he's going one way, and the ball is behind him. So when you turn, you automatically are breaking your stride and everything. So that breaks your concentration as well. So he doesn't catch the ball. So the very next play, 3rd and 8, he throws the ball to Ezekiel Elliott. Okay? So when he throws it behind him. Zeke only manages to get about 4 yards. If he puts it right where it should be in front of him, that's a first down. That's the kind of inaccuracy that I'm talking about.
But yet he still is number 1 in the league with catchable balls. He's a number 1 in the league with on throw percentage.
And you would take him over Tom Brady?
There are 5 quarterbacks who I genuinely will always admit is better than him.
Okay.
You got number 1 in the league, Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Number 2.
Hold on. Russell Wilson.
I'll let you argue with me anyone else.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 2 is Patrick Mahomes.
All right. Patrick Mahomes, boys. Okay.
Number 3 is Tom Brady.
Then you're not going in any kind of order, right?
I think Tom Brady's probably the 5th best quarterback. No, Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league.
Tom Brady?
Dude, he's the rings. You can't argue with the rings.
Okay, anyway.
Drew Brees.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Those are the only quarterbacks I will hands down say are better than Dak.
What about the Chargers quarterback?
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah. When he's not having children.
He hasn't really done anything this year.
Because his wife is not having a baby. That's when he plays his best.
Well, we're looking at this year. I don't care
his wife is not expecting. That's why.
I don't care what his wife's doing. That's his fault.
Anyway.
That's not my problem.
And then on top of that, no Melvin Gordon. Well, they got Melvin Gordon, but he held out. And he's playing like he held out. So,
Well, we ain't talking about the team. We're talking about the quarterbacks.
We're talking about the quarterback. Okay. So, those are only 5 that you would take in front.
Of Dak Prescott.
So, you would not take Carson Wentz.
Nope.
Over Dak Prescott.
Carson Wentz, first off, we're just going to point out the obvious here. Boy can't stay healthy. Second off, I knew you were going to bring up Carson Wentz. And I have Carson Wentz's stats.
Go.
For this year. This is only for this year.
Right.
No, this might be. Yeah, this is this year. Carson Wentz's completion percentage is 61.3.
Okay.
His yards, he's only thrown for 1,649. He has thrown for more touchdowns and less interceptions than Dak. I'll give him that one.
Okay.
But Carson Wentz can't inspire a football team to win a ball game. You know what happened after the Cowboys lost?
What?
Eagles players were talking to the media and talking trash about Carson Wentz.
Okay, so...
You know what happened during the Cowboys and Eagle game?
What?
Wasn't it Malcolm Jenkins? Wasn't that who got all in Dak's face?
I think so.
And the Cowboys players rushed to Dak's side and pushed Jenkins off of him?
Okay.
Because the Cowboys got their quarterbacks back. That's their quarterback.
Right.
But the Eagles don't got that
now.
one. Huh?
UTO now. That's my
quarterback. That's my quarterback. He's been my quarterback for a couple years now.
So.
But Carson ain't got that. Carson ain't got the leadership. He don't have his own teammates' respect, and he doesn't have the talent that Dak has.
Okay, first of all, you can back up off the talent. All right, he does have the talent.
I ain't
Can he
seeing
stay?
it.
Can he stay healthy?
No.
He cannot. He has a problem staying healthy. As far as his teammates' respect go, I mean, come on, they built a shrine of Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
They built a shrine of him in the locker room after he left. He got traded to Jacksonville.
Yeah, because he won football games.
He won them. No. He won them. He went on a little playoff run and he won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He Eli Manning'd them.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you think about it, and then the last year that he played, last year he came in. He did come in, and he took him for a playoff run again.
He got him to the playoffs that last year.
But check this out. Carson Wentz was hurt at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because he can't stay healthy.
Exactly. And who started the football games?
Carson Wentz.
No,
He did?
Nick Foles started the football games at the beginning of that season, right?
I think
Because Carson
okay.
Wentz was hurt, right? That's
Okay,
what you said,
now I
'cause
get what you're saying.
All right, and Nick Foles, and they went 2-4, and Philadelphia crowd was booing and wanted Carson Wentz back up in there. But we always know the Philadelphia fans are just, I mean, they booed Santa Claus.
Philadelphia fans are the worst.
They booed Donovan McNabb on draft night. So, yeah. But I'm just saying that Nick Foles, this is not the first time he's been a starter in Jacksonville. Not the first time he's been a starter.
He ain't going to be a starter in Jacksonville anymore either.
Why not?
Gardner. He's taking that team.
Come on, he's not, man.
It's a Dak Prescott story all over again.
How is it a Dak Prescott story?
Because Gardner's winning football games. That's
I'm
all.
a-
That's the only thing that matters.
When I'm gonna tell you the difference between him and Dak Prescott. At the end of a game, and the game is on the line, and Dak Prescott is doing a drive or whatever, I actually feel like we're gonna win that game. It's
Glad
not
you
that.
admit
It's
he's a
not.
good
It's
quarterback.
not that. It's not that Tony Romo feeling where. It's like you're playing Russian roulette or whatever like that. You're just, you keep doing it. Okay, he throws for 10 yards. Okay, can we run? No, he throws again. He gets 15 yards. Okay, can we run the ball? No, he throws again. Boom, interception. It's like playing pressure luck. No whammies, stop, whammy. All of a sudden, that's what Tony Romo was, man. He was playing pressure luck. So, okay, so I give him that, but Gardner Minshew, I don't feel that.
He
When I
doesn't
watch
have
the
that
game-
same clutchness
Right.
that Dak has. Dak has the clutch gene. Well, you can, no matter what you want to say about Dak Prescott,
So did Tim Tebow.
the boy's got a clutch
So
gene.
did Tim Tebow.
The difference between Dak and Tim Tebow is, first off, Dak's a better quarterback.
Tim Tebow can play baseball.
That's good. Well, give me a second. Hey, he's doing pretty good for himself. He's with the Mets. Double-A, I believe.
No, he's only gonna be batteries, AA and AAA.
That's where
all
he
he's
live.
gonna be. Yeah.
That's his home, but hey, he good there.
Yeah. But you were saying that.
But
But
that
like
Dak-
Gardner Minshew.
I done lost my train of thought again.
My bad. But yeah, I'm just saying Gardner Minshew doesn't have that. Well,
He doesn't
I
have
feel
that
like
clutch
that.
gene.
Yeah, I don't feel like that. The game they had against the Saints, I felt like he was never gonna win that game. I had no confidence that every drive that he had, it was like it was no kind of anything. But then again, that's what Dak did against the Saints as well. So are the Saints better than what we? No.
The Saints defense is pretty good. I'm going to give it to
They
them.
still the Aints. They still gonna be the Aints at the end of the year.
But I will put part of that loss on Dak, because you got to. But part of that loss is on our offensive coordinator. Because tell me why every single first down that game we ran the ball.
I'm gonna tell you this:
There ain't no reason why you should do the exact same play.
the 3 games that we lost, we did not play like the 3 games. that
No, we
won.
completely changed the playbook. We went back to Lineham's playbook for some reason.
Right, because it was play action on first down,
Which is
and you
what
throw
we
the
need to
ball.
be doing.
Right.
You've got to be creative first off in the league itself.
You got to.
You're not going to win the game if you just have a stand in the pocket passing quarterback anymore. That's dead.
Tom Brady does it, and he's going to the Super Bowl. It looks like a lock because all of you people that cheered for Cleveland Browns when they got Odell.
I don't put me in that.
How's that
You
working?
know, I've always said Baker Mayfield is not a good quarterback.
Johnny Manziel. Oh, my bad.
Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel 2.0 as I call him. Yeah, he's
Did
not.
you see what Jarvis Landry said today?
Uh-uh.
Oh, we're going to beat the Patriots. I guarantee you will win.
Really?
He said that in an interview. So, you know, that's hanging up in the Patriots locker room now.
And
Belichick, he cracked a smile again when he heard that.
did he?
You know he did.
Tom Brady, did he go back to listen to 50 Cent? Ain't that who sing Many Men? Many Men?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the...
Please
you
don't.
know, yeah.
Please don't.
No, I can't, because I didn't...
I
pay
thought
for
you were
the-
going to actually sing
No,
it.
I can't. I didn't pay for the...
That's why I said, please don't actually sing it.
I don't own that music, so I can't, you know.
You don't just put in the comments, I do not own the copyrights to this music. That's what other YouTubers do.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm just... Okay, so how far can Dak take us this season?
If...
And will it save Jason Garrett's job? Will we get Urban Meyer?
We will not get Urban Meyer.
Why not?
Urban Meyer's not coming to the
He
NFL.
said that he would love that job.
He's not coming to the NFL.
Okay. Anyway.
You know our next coach is Lincoln Riley.
Nope.
All right.
I've already told you who our next coach is. It's already been set up. I think this is the first year we have not paid him. So therefore, he's going to get a $150 million contract next year to coach us.
He's not. It's going to be Lincoln
This year.
Riley.
The person that I'm referring to is going to be our next coach. Put this down, Cowboy fan. Tony Romo.
Offensive coordinator? Maybe. He will not be
No.
a head coach before anything else.
Have you not watched the games that he calls?
Oh,
on
he's the
this?
genius. I love
Isn't
it.
he?
He
And-
is so much better in a booth than he was on the field.
I disagree. I'm
care
going
what
to tell
you
you why I
do.
disagree. I disagree because I'm watching the games, right? And I'm seeing him read defenses. I'm seeing him change the plays up, make great decisions. But then at the end, it's like, you know, what happened? Where was that person at the first 3 quarters? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you had a choice between Jessica Simpson and Carrie Underwood, and you chose Jessica Simpson. Why? He had
It's a weird
choice.
analogy.
Yeah, but that's what he had a choice between, you know.
He actually had a choice between them.
Yeah, he did, and he chose. Yeah,
He chose wrong.
yeah, he did he though.
Yeah, he
because
chose
I just
wrong.
found it out. Remember, because I just told y'all that I just found out that Carrie Underwood is gorgeous. But anyway,
How did you not know she was gorgeous?
I didn't know, man. You know,
What have you been doing with your life?
I don't know. I didn't know. I was
Clearly
like-
nothing good.
I was like last season, and I think it was like the last Sunday night football game of last season. And I happened to turn on there early because usually I wait till everything and then I started. And I see her come on and I was like, dang, who is that?
Gary Underwood.
Yes. And so I've been hooked ever since. You know, I get there early enough for the games now.
I'm proud of you at least.
Yeah. So anyway though, so how far can we go with Dak Prescott as our quarterback?
All right. We're going to go should get to at least.
You know, I'm waiting with a counter, but go ahead though.
Divisional championship.
Divisional. Okay.
We're not going to make it past the second round of the playoffs.
Not gonna make it to the NFC Championship. So we'll fall into who? And if you say the 49ers, I edit this whole thing.
Don't put Michael King's face over mine. That's an insult.
Yeah, I edit this whole thing.
It's either going to be, as much as I hate to say it, it's not the 49ers, don't worry.
Okay, great.
That's going to be a Super Bowl, though. It's going to be a 49ers Patriots Super Bowl. Get ready for
No
that
way.
headline.
No way.
Get
They
ready
don't
for
have
that
a quarterback.
headline. I agree 100%. He was number 1 on the list of who I figured you were going to use to say was better than Dak.
Why would I do that?
Because you've said it before.
I said he's better than Dak, but that doesn't mean he's a good quarterback.
You just said Dak was... Okay, we're going to... Headache, son. I can see Seattle getting their revenge.
I can't.
And I can see the Saints.
I can't.
But who do you see then?
I tell you who I see. I see Green Bay. Green Bay has got the thing
I
now
can see
that they've been needing. And I know you think I'm about to say defense. I'm not. I'm about to say a coaching change. Really, there is no way that you're supposed to have Aaron Rodgers for that long
And not use him.
and not go to Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl.
Not
It
win.
should
How
be-
many Super Bowls?
Right. In fact, just like in NBA, it was Golden State and Cleveland for the longest. It should be New England and Green Bay almost
Every single year.
Right, and they should just keep reloading.
I'll tell you, I've told Michael King this. I've told everyone who asked me this. The best arm in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no doubt.
No
He's
doubt
the best thrower
about
of the
it.
football.
I'm not gonna say he's the best quarterback, but the best arm all day long. I would take Aaron Rodgers over anyone. I don't like him. He's a jerk. But
That's what I hear, that he's a jerk. Oh, and we keep saying Michael King, and they don't know who
They
that
don't know
is.
Michael King.
But
They're
I'm gonna
lucky.
tell y'all, Michael King is probably one of the smartest guys I've ever met. I don't throw that word nerd around. Let's just say he's a genius in all things not real. So I guess it's probably the same thing, I guess. Breaking it down, but that's what he is. But he's like the smartest guy. I'm gonna have him on here. Don't worry about that. I am gonna have him on here.
Denver Broncos fan, Spurs fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hear that mess or whatever like that. Even though my Chicago Bulls are gonna make the playoffs this year.
No, they're not.
They are. They are
No,
gonna
they're
make
not.
the playoffs.
They're not gonna make
They
the
are.
playoffs.
They are. Then they
All right, well, the
win.
Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs then.
Didn't they
All
win?
the worst
Didn't
teams
they
are going to
win?
make the playoffs.
Didn't they win? Then they did win.
I didn't even look.
Really? Okay, they didn't have more points than the other team.
Oh, okay. They got that moral victory.
Exactly.
That state got
And
over
what did I
LSU.
tell you guys? If you get enough moral victories, they turn into real victories.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
They actually don't.
Who told me that they do?
Follow yourself.
I do talk to myself. I like to
We
talk
know.
to
You're
myself.
deranged.
Nice little thing or whatever like that.
By
All right.
deranged.
Okay, so so you're saying Baker Mayfield is not?
No, he's not a good quarterback.
It's not okay. It's not. I'm saying he's better than Dak now.
No, God, no.
Okay, because Baker Mayfield is silently a turnover king. He's not Jameis Winston yet.
God, Jameis Winston's terrible too.
He's not Jameis Winston yet, but he's getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Dak is actually getting there too. He
Dak's
gets these
on-
1 or 2 interceptions and and stuff. A game now. So
Dak's thrown 7 interceptions this year.
how many did he throw his rookie season?
3, I believe.
3.
But in Dak's defense,
Please defend that.
not all 7 were his fault.
Oh really? Oh, somebody else threw the ball.
How is he supposed to control when the wide receiver catches it and then bobbles it like that and the defender catches it?
Put
and
it in
bobbles
his chest. Well,
Well, then they ain't going to catch it.
Yes, they will too. Put it in his chest. Just like what's the guy that we had that now plays video games for a living? Dez Bryant. He some of his interceptions that came off hit off of Dez's hands or whatever like that. But Dez was through at that point though. I mean, he can't run routes or whatever like that.
He was good in his prime.
But I do hear that if you get him on Twitter and you send him your gamer name, and he could play you in Madden.
I'll bet him in Madden.
He'll play you in Madden for real.
What if-
I don't know about that. I mean, because you have to go to school and work,
That's fair.
but he doesn't.
He just
That's
sits
his
at home
job.
all day and play
right.
Madden.
Right. Speaking of jobs, we work together and we spend basically our time debating this Dak thing or whatever like that.
I'm just glad you finally agree with me that he's a top 10 quarterback.
I never agree with you.
Play it back to video.
Drive-
First thing you said.
Drives our manager Michelle crazy. Hi Michelle, hope you get better. We love you. I know somebody was told not to say that. I'm saying it. We love you. So, like it or not. Now, anyway.
We're both fired.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
I know,
Tuesday
right?
after she watches it.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, but we'll still be talking Dak and everything like that. But anyway, like I said, we spend most of our time debating on Dak and how good he is and he's not.
Yeah, he is.
And I still feel like that I won this debate.
How have you won this debate? You've said nothing relevant.
I
Except
have
that
too.
Tony Romo was a good quarterback too, apparently.
Whoa, time out. No one ever said Tony Romo was a good quarterback. Okay, I think the thing he having a choice between Kerry Underwood and Jessica Simpson proved about how big.
That proves his decision making is flawed.
Right, because that's who he took. That playoff game when we had the bye week or whatever like that. And what was it, 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when everything like that. And
Poor Tony.
poor Tony, he got $9 million last year. He didn't even play. So how much did you get from the Cowboys last year?
Disappointment.
Okay.
Heartbreak.
Okay.
Sadness.
Okay. He's up in the booth. So there's no poor Tony. No. No. But anyway, like I said, I do hope Dak gets his money because he does deserve his money because that's what the market entails.
I still don't get how You win your division twice,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't think he earned that money.
And you think he earned that money. So, okay, you win the division twice. This is his 4th year. So what happened to that 2nd year that he didn't win the division? Why didn't he win it?
Sophomore slump happens to the best of them.
Why didn't he win it?
He didn't have an O-line at all.
Okay.
Didn't have any wide receivers.
That ain't what I'm listening for.
He didn't have a running back.
There you go. So what you saying? He need all of this stuff. He needs the perfect world. He needs
Everybody
a perfect world.
needs that.
He needs a perfect world.
Everybody needs that.
No, everybody does not.
Why hasn't Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl except that one?
Tom Brady is throwing the cans of paint. Is he not?
No, that's Belichick. Belichick could take me. I'm what Belichick likes, a short white dude, and make me a star receiver somehow.
Aaron Rodgers throws to duct tape.
And Aaron Rodgers hasn't done anything either.
Okay, that's a good point.
What I'm saying is, you cannot win a football game without a good O-line, a running back there, and somebody who can catch a ball.
Really? So how many Super Bowl would we have if Aaron Rodgers was our quarterback? You see what I'm talking about? That right there, that tells me you count. And that tells me right there that you're way past 5. If you gotta roll your eyes up like that, you're way past 5.
Bold of you to assume I can count to 5.
That's why you rolled your eyes back, because you would.
That's why my hands went behind the chair, because I was using my fingers.
Wow. Anyway, all I'm saying is that Aaron Rodgers was up in there, we'd have a whole lot more Super Bowls. Tom Brady, we'd have a whole lot more.
But that's
Super
if they
Bowls.
were there instead of Tony Romo. You put Aaron Rodgers there when Dak was there, 2016. Okay, we might have won that one because you know who beat us? Aaron Rodgers. Defense wouldn't stop him on that very last drive. Dak held with him the entire game. They went blow for blow.
Dude, we were down 21 points at one time, right?
Were we?
I think so.
I
And then the defense goes into prevent. And the only thing prevent does is prevent you from winning. So, those are garbage yards right there.
Well, you can call garbage yards, but we were up by 2 points with a minute left in the game. So that ain't garbage to me if you can take the lead with a minute left in the game. And it ain't our fault, or it ain't Dak's fault, that the defense let them get down from the 20-yard line. I think they took a touchback.
Really?
All the way down to the 30 where they kicked the game-winning field goal.
It's not his fault.
Dak,
so let me ask you a question.
So Dak's supposed to suit up and play defense too.
Okay. So this whole thing about the Saints and everything too. And you said that we only got 5.
I think we got like 5 drives.
Okay.
Maybe a few more, but
okay. So when the Saints kicked their first field goal, who got the ball?
we got the ball back.
Okay, what happened?
Punt.
All right. So when the Saints kicked their second field goal, what happened?
Field goal.
All right. When the Saints kicked their third field goal.
Pretty sure an interception.
Okay. When the Saints kicked their fourth and final field goal, I'm saying is that he did get the ball back. And we were playing against, and I know Teddy Bridgewater was a starter, but he's not now. He is a backup.
I've always said that entire team was the fault for that game, including Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Was Dak the sole reason we lost? No.
Yes.
No.
He's the one. He's isn't he like the quarterback or something?
Okay, so then if Dak's the sole reason we lost that game, Dak is the sole reason we won every other game. If that's how you want to play it, that's how you got to play it.
It doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does. You
No, it
cannot
does not.
say that he is the sole reason for one loss, but not give him sole credit for the wins.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Okay, so let's say he brings us back, right? Let's say we down 20 points. You know, sometimes we be down, he'll bring us back, right?
He does it
What's the reason we're down? If you're the reason we're down, then you bringing us back, that means nothing. Like I said, when I said that Tony Romo has these 24 quarter comebacks.
Well, then by
right?
going...
He's the one that put us down when he had to come back.
Well, going by your logic then, Tom Brady's a terrible quarterback.
No, he's not.
Tom Brady was down 28-3 in the Super Bowl against the Falcons.
That's different.
No, it is not different.
It is, that's different.
No, it's different.
That's Tom Brady.
No, it's not different.
That's Tom Brady. Oh, and by the way, even though I say Tom Brady, I'll be the first one to say that Tom Brady, to me, is not the greatest quarterback of all time.
Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Exactly.
You know, let me find this. I don't think I wrote this one down, but I think I have a picture of a stat involving Joe Montana with Dak Prescott that I think you're going to love.
You cannot compare him to Joe Montana.
I'm not, actually.
The reason why I say that...
Michael, how do you pronounce that boy's name? Gelkin?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's an NFL analyst or whatever, compared them. QB Dak Prescott is averaging 8.9 yards per pass attempt while completing 70.6% of passes. Only 2 players in NFL history have averaged more yards per attempt while completing at least 70% of their passage. Sammy Baugh, he did 9.2, and Joe Montana, 9.1. Dak's in pretty good company since he's with the GOAT, in your opinion at least.
He is the GOAT because no one hits anymore. When Tom Brady takes a hit like Joe Montana would take, then I will recognize him as the GOAT. But look, wow. Okay, so I didn't bring up during this argument, and they released some kind of list the other day about the 15 best, players as far as in the NFL right now, and Dak is not on that list.
Of course not.
Zeke is on that list.
Zeke should not be on that list.
But Dak is not on that list. Actually, Tom Brady is like number 6 or something like that on the list. But the reason why I didn't bring this list up is because of the person, even though it's released by NFL, it's the person who did the list. It was a Raiders ex-quarterback. Dang, what was his name? Was it Carr? Was it Derek Carr?
David Carr?
David Carr. Yeah, he's the one who did the list. So what does he know? Really? I mean, come on. So that's why I didn't bring that list up or whatever like that. Although I wouldn't have put Dak in the top 15 either. But I'm not bringing it up
If
because
we're going about every single NFL player,
right?
I might not put Dak in the top 15 of every single NFL player.
Like I said, he is the 10th best in Arlington, Texas. So if you're
6th best overall quarterback in the league.
I just don't see it.
Of course not, because you're a hater.
I mean,
Troy Aikman said it best, because I was really expecting you to bring up the eye test, because you always say he doesn't pass the eye
I
test.
did bring up the eye test.
When?
When I said that him throwing the ball behind the receivers and stuff like that, that's the eye test.
I had a really good joke plan for the eye test.
Okay, well, do your joke about the eye test.
I think it was something like, we can tell by our eye test that you didn't play sports in high school, so we're going to bring up someone who did. Troy Aikman.
I did, actually. I went.
Chess is not a real sport, so we're going with what Troy Aikman said.
This
was an interview.
I actually can't play chess. I did win a checker tournament, but I can't play chess.
We should play chess sometime. I'm really good at chess.
I said I can't play chess. Why would I play you in
I
chess?
literally just thought you said you play chess.
No, I said I won a checker tournament. I can't
but
play
you play
chess.
checkers then.
You don't want to see me in checkers.
You don't want to see me.
That-
You don't want to see me at all.
That would be like Dak versus the Saints defense. Anyway.
All right, so let me read you what Troy Aikman said.
Yeah.
This article was released yesterday by Dallas News.
Can you say when you say Troy Aikman, can you say Hall of Famer?
Former
Super Bowl?
Dallas Cowboys quarterback,
All
Super
right.
Bowl champion.
Get a man his prop. Don't you make it like it sound like he's stir fried. Go ahead.
Where is it? Here we go. He is really motivated to be the best version of himself that he can be. He works hard at it, and I don't think anything is going to keep him from going down that path. With all the great qualities he has as a leader in the locker room and the way the players rally around him, there's a lot of great things about Dak that maybe here in the Metroplex we take for granted because we don't follow all the other quarterbacks as closely as we do our own. He's a special guy, and he has taken some things that he maybe wasn't quite as good as his first few years and made his real strengths. And Troy Aikman said it best. We are harder on Dak as fans because he's our quarterback.
No, I disagree. We were harder on Tony Romo than we are on Dak.
Shoot. You should read all the things that people say about Dak Prescott.
I was.
But nobody really talks bad about Andy Dalton, who is easily the worst quarterback in the NFL right now.
I do talk bad. But you know, how good is Marvin Lewis? Because he got them to the playoffs.
He did.
They're not going anywhere now.
Not with Andy Dalton.
No.
Nobody really talks bad about Jameis Winston. I know some people do.
He's a turnover machine. What are you talking about?
Just because you talk bad about him doesn't mean everybody does. You don't see Andy Dalton's face on ESPN headlines with Steven talking bad about him. You don't see Jameis Winston like that. You see Dak Prescott like that, though.
So, okay. So you brought up Jameis Winston and you brought up Andy Dalton. What is the nickname of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Bucks?
I didn't know they shared a nickname.
They don't. What do they call the Dallas Cowboys?
America's team.
So, our eyes going to be
So
on
that's
the
what I'm
leader,
saying. He
which
is
the
so
quarterback?
heavily scrutinized, though, that even when he's doing a good job, is he perfect? No, but show me a quarterback who is. You can't. Tom Brady's not perfect.
He's winning. That's all I can.
Well, if you care about winning, 16-5 against our division, 36-19 overall.
When I would say winning, I meant like Super Bowls winning. I mean,
Again, first year, Aaron Rodgers happened. You can't really hold that against Dak.
you can too.
Second year, we didn't make it. That was a rough year for him. That was his worst year. Talk bad about that second year if you want to. I'm not going to defend it. Third year, we let C.J. Anderson, that was his last name.
Yeah,
I believe,
C.J. Anderson, yeah.
run all over us. What's Dak supposed to do? Get on the defensive line and stop the man? Dak Prescott outplayed Jared Goff that entire game.
I could outplay Jared Goff.
I'm glad you agreed on that, too. He's also on my list of quarterbacks that I figured you would mention.
You really don't know me at all.
Dude, Jared Goff is terrible.
He is. You know, but
Wasn't he taken above Carson Wentz, too?
Yeah, he was number one.
I thought
think
he
was number one.
was.
But okay, so you said that the first year was Aaron Rodgers, so I can't hold him accountable for that, right? So, I went and played basketball, and this when I was younger, of course.
Clearly.
And so I come back, I'm head down and everything. My dad asked, what happened? Well, I said we lost. He said, you did? He said, I said, yeah, it's raining outside. And my dad was like, so it's not raining on the other players out there? So, my question to you is, what they got to do with anything that Aaron Rodgers was on the other side of that field?
Aaron Rodgers is the top 5 quarterback in the league.
If you that guy.
He lost the game,
If you that guy.
but he brought us back and put us in that game,
If
too.
you that guy. The argument you could use instead of it being Aaron Rodgers is that you could have used that we had Dez Bryant.
Say, I'm not going to hold it against Dez.
You have to. He's always been an albatross. He's never been one of those guys that he can't run routes. I mean, you can look at him. I'm watching like the cornerback, right? And the cornerback moves to the outside of Dez pre-snap. Because he knows that Dez is going to the outside. Now, at that play that I'm talking about, if Dez cuts it and goes inside, nothing but grass particles in front of him.
But Dez ain't going to see that.
He doesn't want to go. He can't run routes. If he could run routes. Now, Amari Cooper, on the other hand, would see that, and he would do that, and he would take it to the house.
And Mark Cooper, he's really elevated our pass game, too.
I agree.
Now that we have a number 1 wide receiver, Dak's really improved, as you can see.
Okay, all right. So, in closing, I'm not going to do a final word today since we ran over time that I usually do, but I'm saying this. I give Dak 3 to 5 more years in the league. What you give him? You see him being a quarterback of the future? I give him 3 to 5 more years in the league.
He'll last longer than that. He'll win Dallas a Super Bowl. No
Really?
question asked.
Really?
Dak Prescott will win a Super Bowl.
After Tom Brady retires.
Yeah, clearly. Tom Brady's going to win the next, 7.
After Tom Brady retires, it's wide open. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Once Tom Brady's done, it's anybody's game.
Right.
Well, except for the Browns. And the Bengals. And Tampa Bay. And the Eagles.
They're all in there. Yes. Okay. I got you.
The NFC's kind of weak.
Okay. All right. Well, Collin, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you dropping by. You are my first guest. Everybody, a round of applause for Collin. All right. I actually do that.
Oh, you do? That's cool. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Real chief. Anyways. All right.
Yeah. So, thanks for coming through.
It's a blast.
Hopefully we can do this again. We still got basketball season. You said my Bulls are not going to make the playoffs.
The Bulls won't make the playoffs. Nebraska won't make a bowl game. Dak's going to win us a Super Bowl, and all is going to be right in my world.
Yeah. So he's not much on predicting the future, just so you know. Anyway,
We'll come back to that quote when Dak wins the Super Bowl. Nebraska ends 5-7, and the Bulls, they suck like usual.
the Bulls are going to the playoffs. There's no, like I said, that's a conversation for another day. Anyway, thanks again for coming through.
It's been a blast.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe this. I will see you next time. I will stay in my lane.